Change, change, change. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is changing. And either you take my word for it, or you look at the TED here written red on black. The world is changing. Wherever I go, I talk to people, they want to change things. Some of them want to change their cars, their jobs, their apartments, their neighborhood, their friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives. The change is everywhere. We are here at TED. We're concerned in changing the world. Well, I thought I'd look back a bit at change and see what's happening here. Looking very briefly at the story of recent changes that happened to us. Like, I'm an internet person myself, and I've seen how internet and big search engine change our world. It happens to me that change happened because a lot of us, or a critical mass of us, accepted and adopted that particular change. And hence, change cannot happen if a critical mass is not adopted in a single way. And like, we have a lot of examples where a critical mass opposed. I'll take a recent example here, and I'll talk about stem cells, and Gabriela Fix can tell us more about this. But just, we had an opposition for that change. And that, I don't know whether it's the average citizens of the world that actually opposed that change, whether lobbies or something else, which is outside the scope of this discussion here. But if we oppose change, it doesn't work. And then if a critical mass of people adopt a certain change, then that change will happen. And I thought, hey, why can't we take this and apply it to social change? Why is it not that we can take a small contribution from each and every one of us as individuals, as normal people, and then make a global social change? And that's what I call quantum small social change. I arrived to Romania 2 years ago, and even though I did my homework, I studied well the market, but they don't tell you how it's going to be when you talk to the average Romanian person. And I have to say to you, I am fond of you guys. I am so fond of you guys that I spend my days and nights speaking to Romanian people. And interestingly enough, whenever we're talking to them, at one part of the discussion, they ended up probably, saying, well, Romania this, Romania that, that's not good, I don't like this, I don't like that. And I was just so perplexed and so amazed. Like, all of you I spoke to, almost, that does not say all, it's almost all of you I spoke to from different circles of life ended up saying the same thing. As if you guys never actually knew that, hey, all of us are saying the same thing. And then it struck me. Why can we not apply quantum social change to Romania? Well, they ended up saying, I'm depressed, I can't do anything about it, I'm so tired, nothing can actually do anything to me, can't do it, it's too much. It's top down. I can't do change it. I cannot change it. It has to be coming from up there. No, not the roof, somewhere. I didn't know where up there is, but just everyone was convinced that change came top down. There must be a law. We have to have a law that says, change. Do this, don't do that. I don't know. Okay. I'll tell you a few stories that happened to me before going through change and quantum social change. I was sitting down like the rest of us on a Sunday evening saying, I don't feel like going out. I look at the fridge. I'm depressed also when I look at the fridge. I close the fridge, come back to my sitting room, and I say, I'll call the delivery guy. And I call them, and they come. 3 hours later. Ring, ring, ring on the door. They're very rushed. I've been waiting for 3 hours. I barely opened the door. The guy shoved the pizza in my face. Come on, I've been here for 3 seconds. All right, okay. I'm a candid person. You can take my word or not. I opened the pizza box, of course. I want to check what kind of pizza I ordered. And then, no, that's a piece of bread with a tomato on it. I bring my laptop and I show him, this is what I ordered. Just this guy doesn't want to know. And I think to myself, I'm hungry, I want to finish that good movie. Do I care for the pizza? But then, if I take the pizza and I pay this guy, what am I sending as a message? Am I telling them I will eat, drink, and accept everything you put in my face that I have paid for? Well, I work a lot to earn my dime. And I thought, no. If all of us who receive a piece of bread with a tomato on it, called pizza, send it back to the pizza company, all of us, then the pizza company start thinking, hey, maybe we should work on the bread or the tomato. Cucumbers? Since I'm here for 2 years, I frequently go to Otopeni, taking the airport out and in. It's wondrous, really wondrous, how, when I'm in Otopeni, people do things differently. The same people, the same person that was just a bit giving me the shoulder because he thought that if he gets into the plane before me, he will arrive there before I do. I don't know. All of a sudden, arriving to Paris, for example, start, excusez-moi, monsieur. Okay. And I thought, well, there's no law in Paris that says, say, excusez-moi, monsieur, the person just in front of you. I know the civil code and it has nothing. There's no law there that says, watch it, there's a yellow line here. Watch it, there's a no smoke or no talk or no whatever sign here. All of a sudden, we seem to be blind in here and we can see outside the castle. Why is it that this is happening? Listen. So, I said, hey, hold on a minute. It's just a conditioning. Guys, we are conditioned. We are conditioned that in Romania, this is acceptable. That I'm queuing and someone all of a sudden, he's talking on the phone and he doesn't know how it happens. He just happens to come in front of me. He just doesn't look at me saying, well, maybe I didn't say anything. Well, I will ask him, please, sir, I was waiting here before you. We are conditioned. We know every time what's good and what is bad. But we are conditioned that in here this is acceptable, whereas there it's not acceptable, so there's no law. Guys, we have to be responsible. Ladies and gentlemen, we are responsible. And it's the lamest excuse in the book to say, I can't do anything about it, because that's avoiding our responsibility. That's saying, I can sleep at night, complaining, of course, saying, what the hell is this I'm doing? But just, I'm not responsible because it has to happen from there. Thank you. No, it doesn't have to happen from there. You want a law? Here's a law for you. I've invented this law especially for you. It's called the law, stand up for your right. It's called the law, if you don't stand up for your right, I will send you to jail. Well, I'm wishing, because I'm living in this fictional country, but if you don't stand up and say, I am allowed to do this, this is mine and not yours, this is my right, I paid for it, then you should go to jail. What about this law? I'm sure I'll be the first one probably to be there. We should stand up. I'm not asking people to be arrogant. I'm just asking you to question things. Why is it that you're doing this? I've noticed one thing. I've noticed one thing, that asking question and questioning are things that are frowned upon by the average Romanian. I don't want to stand out of the crowd. I want to stay in my warm bubble. I might look stupid, Or even worse, I might be right. No, I'll stay here and I'll ask no questions. I'll stay there. Because I will have a stupid question or people will look at me, and I see that everywhere. At work, at schools, everywhere. I will tell you one thing. There is no stupid question. There are only stupid answers. Changing the world. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of lobbies, big companies are trying to change the world. Okay, plant trees. Well, okay, plant trees. Reduce carbon footprint and CO2 emissions. Great. Guys, stop. Breathe. CO2 emissions are dangerous things. Okay, great, but these are, for most of us, individuals, normal people, in everyday life. These are far-fetched. Instead of planting trees, plant in the person near you. Plant in me. Plant your ideas. Plant what you believe in. Instead of going to Washington, go to your neighbor. Talking about Washington's elections here. What are we, as a sum of people, that, in my opinion, today everyone is saying, think big, think big, think big, right? I would tell you, okay, think big as much as you want. Act small. Do a small thing. Elections. I don't know if they can do or do not things. A social movement like quantum social change doesn't need political cloth, but I don't know, saying maybe we could do something about it. Well, it has been said that if voting could change, it would have been illegal. Changing the world. Changing the world requires patience. And quantum social change is about patience. Today we're in a speed-oriented world. We are result-oriented. What have you done? What have you accomplished? Where? We want it quickly, if not immediately or now or just yesterday, as everyone says. Well, no. Change is small. Change is quantum. It's slow. If you want to move a mountain, you just have to move the first stone. You can't just pick the mountain up and put it there. If you want to climb a mountain, as Alex Gavan, you just don't jump on the Mount Everest. No, you just climb and get all of these rough feet and rough legs, and you climb and you climb and you get there. I'm not asking you to fight. No. See everywhere, fight anti-something. Let's go. Corruption, anti-something else. Anti-windmills. We have a windmill we're all going to kill. Let's stop killing windmills, guys. We don't need revolutions. We had enough of them. I'm more of a Darwinist myself. I believe more in evolution. We don't need revolution, we need evolution. Small things. A drop of rain, another drop of rain, life starts. Huge changes, fast changes, like deep impacts of meteorites, and the dinosaurs are no more here. We need the system. We need it. We cannot just break it and live in anarchy. We cannot. We need to model it, but to model it, we need time and patience. And we need to work it out. Changing the world, ladies and gentlemen, requires modesty. Modesty. Two very important Romanian words. No and I know. I call them the no's. Whenever you come to someone, it's no. Well, wait, I didn't even just... Wait, no. All right. How do we, in God's name, imagine to change something, being positive, by saying no all the time? Some of you are saying, well, I know this, Well, you know this, then what are you doing about it? Stop knowing. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, stop knowing, because you know enough. Now start doing something about your knowledge. Start doing something about what you have learned. Changing Romania. Okay. If I am here in front of you, only after 2 years in this country, there is only one conclusion, and I have to be honest. I love your country. I love your countrymen. But I am sick and tired of seeing people raising their shoulders, their eyebrows, and their arms in the sky and saying, "This is Romania." Every time there is a situation they could have avoided, or they can still do something about, but they feel that they don't want to do something about it. Well, no. I'll tell you something. You are great people. You're intelligent. You've got what it takes. Instead of saying, "This is Romania," and just hiding with your head in your face, "Gosh, this is Romania. We don't have this. We don't have." Why don't we think, "This is Romania. Look at us here. Look at these great inventors. Look at these great people, great artists. Look at them," and say, "This is Romania." When you look at your kid, instead of you being ashamed, saying to him, "This is Romania, oh, it's okay, leave it," you should tell him, "Oh, this is Romania. This person is helping this other person. This person is not pushing us. This person is doing good things." Why not? Because it does exist. It does happen. Why don't we be proud of it? Why don't we do something about it? It seems that like all of you, as a whole gathering, have forgotten that you are a society. And that society has ears to listen to the rest of us. And that society, we have arms to do something about things, about people. We are arms and ears. We are a social environment. And even though you think, "Hey, I'm a minuscule thing in this global social environment, what am I supposed to do?" Well, if the multiplicity of us feed back to the system, shape back the system, then the system will change if all of us do this. If all of us do that. While having this discussion with someone that's a bright Romanian person, he said to me, "If you can change 5% of the Romanian attitude, you can change the world." Well, here's my message to him. The Romanian attitude will change. The change will start from Romania, and the world should brace itself. Should be ready for you guys. Do not look at obstacles. Most people who have achieved things here didn't look at obstacles. They thought about the end game. They thought about this. They believed in them. And I believe in you. I believe that you can, guys. That you actually can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can. I believe in you. You just have to believe in the intelligence and the intellect and the strength that you have in each and every one of you today. Well, you may say I'm a dreamer. John Lennon said I'm not the only one. If you have a belief, if you have something inside of you, you have the responsibility, if not you're guilty, of not sharing this thing, this belief with the people around you. You have the responsibility to do so. Be the change you want to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi, and he changed a lot of things. Well, I'm a bit tired now. All of these things stresses me, and people looking at me and spotlight is on me. I feel like in a Gestapo interrogation. But just You know, I'm trying to be as cool as possible, and I'm thinking, I was growing up. You know, I remember the fancy motto of this very known brand. And I wasn't really aware. What does it mean? Just do it. Do what? No, really, come on, guys, just do it. I'm thinking, I'm a kid. Do what? Well, I've just done it. And now it's up to you to do the same. Thank you for believing. For those of you who already believe and share the beliefs, thank you for accepting me here in Romania on this stage, allowing me to share this with you, and thank you for listening. Merci.